My WWE Royal Rumble 2013 pay-per-view review. The pay-per-view small there a little while ago. As far as my thoughts on this show, I thought this was a really good pay-per-view from WWE. Really, the only fault for this pay-per-view is nothing to do with match quality. The only fault and gripes I think people might have with the show is the predictability of this show. Every single match was very predictable of what the outcome was going to be. I think the main event, the stuff they did with looking like they were going to tease, after the Shield got involved, that Punk was going to be stripped of the title by Vince McMahon, then they just restarted the match. I think that stuff was good, but obviously everyone knew that The Rock was going to win the title, and that's not a bad thing. CM Punk had a lengthy title reign. He had the title for 434 days, and I don't think anyone would have ever thought when he first won that title at Survivor Series 2011 that he would have still been champion to this day, and he just finally lost the title, and he lost it to The Rock, and it was a great match. The ending, I wasn't sure at first what they were going to do, but they made it up for it and ended in a good way with, The Rock defeating CM Punk, and obviously we know what we're getting at WrestleMania as far as the main event, because the other thing this is the thing, I don't think many people are going to gripe about CM Punk losing the title, because everyone saw that coming, and it's no big deal. CM Punk had the title for a long time, and I have no problem with The Rock being champion. Obviously, we knew it was going to happen. The one problem I think a lot of people are going to have is probably John Cena winning the Royal Rumble, but it came down to Ryback and John Cena. I don't think many people that are complaining about John Cena winning would they really have wanted Ryback to win this match? I don't think so. So I have no problem with that. And obviously, you get the same match you had last year. This is one of the things WWE has been doing in recent years when they got, a big match. They did it with Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. They did it with Triple H and Undertaker. And now they're doing it with Rock and Cena. And this time, it's going to even be a bigger money match. This time, actually with the WWE title on the line and be in the main event one more time. So that's the thing right there. And, you had a really solid tag match on here. The opener was really good, last man standing match. The Rumble match, like every single year, was really entertaining. You had some, nostalgia moments in it with Goldust coming out there. You had Godfather, and you had probably the biggest surprise, which I knew he probably would be coming out, but didn't know if he was going to be in the Rumble, and that was the return of Chris Jericho. That was really good, and they did it really, really well with, Ziggler being number one, Chris Jericho being number two, so they obviously played off that because it was Ziggler the night after SummerSlam that got Chris Jericho out of WWE when he put his Money in the Bank briefcase on the line with Chris Jericho's contract on the line. So it was really good there. I don't know if after SummerSlam they had this all planned through. They just thought, hey, since we're bringing back Jericho, this would be a good slot to throw him in. Who knows? But this was a really good show. Like I said, the only problem I think people will have a problem with this pay-per-view is the predictability, but the outcomes are going to lead to something good. Possibly, we see something with Ziggler and Jericho at WrestleMania, because obviously Ziggler still has the Money in the Bank. Maybe he'll win the title, and we'll see win the World Heavyweight title, and we'll see Jericho and Ziggler at Mania. Obviously, we're getting Rock and Cena, and who knows what they'll do with CM Punk. We'll just have to wait and see, but let me get into my review of the show. The opening matchup was for the World Heavyweight Championship, World Heavyweight title. This was any last man standing match. The Big Show versus Alberto Del Rio. This is the way Alberto Del Rio 3 weeks ago on SmackDown won the title by beating the Big Show in a last man standing match. So they had another last man standing match tonight. Really good stuff here. Good stuff to start it off. Good brawling. A lot of brutal chair shots in here. They did one really good spot on the stage with on the entrance rampway. They had some something near the stage. Big Show got on top of it, and he choke slammed Alberto Del Rio through a table. And then Alberto Del Rio, he retains the title. They did this one time before with Big Show, and they did it with John Cena. I think it was the last man standing match as well. And the way they ended is Carter Rodriguez duct tapes Big Show's legs to the rope, so he's down. He cannot get up, so that is the way it ends. Cheap fashion for Alberto Del Rio to win, but not a bad match. Obviously, the one thing I think people might have a problem with is the ending, but they've done it before, and way Big Show is, it wouldn't really be believable someone Alberto Del Rio size being able to defeat Big Show in a last man standing match. So he has to do it in the cheap fashion to retain the title. I'll say about 3 1/4 stars. A good match to start the pay-per-view. Then the next matchup was Team Rhodes Scholars versus Team Hell No for the WWE Tag Team titles. This was a solid tag team match. Like the stuff with Cody Rhodes and Daniel Bryan. Kane did his stuff. Sandow as well. Just an entertaining tag match. Nothing spectacular, but a really entertaining match to say the least. And the way the match ends is when Sandow taps out of the no lock. So Daniel Bryan and Kane, Team Hell No, retain the tag team titles. And I would say about a 3-star match. Really solid tag team match. Then the next matchup was the Royal Rumble match, the 30-man over-the-top Battle Royal. Obviously, going into this, we knew who the entrance number 1 was going to be, and that was Dolph Ziggler. And then number 2 was, the biggest surprise of the night, the biggest return of the night, and the biggest entrant that we did not see coming, and that was Chris Jericho. And this was really good doing this because it played off the whole way that Chris Jericho got out of WWE after SummerSlam. He lost the match with Ziggler, and Ziggler, is the reason why Chris Jericho has been gone. So that's a good thing right there that they, played through with that, and they did something later on in this match with Ziggler and Jericho that I think we'll be seeing a match with them too at WrestleMania this year. Great way to start it off with Ziggler and Chris Jericho. Entrant number 3 was Cody Rhodes. Then out came Kofi Kingston, number 4. Then Santino Marella. Santino Marella came in there, did his stuff. Thankfully, it didn't last too long. He did his comedy stuff. At one point, he thought he eliminated all 4 individuals, but all 4 were hanging on. They got back in. Then he tried to hit the Cobra. And then it was Cody Rhodes that eliminates Santino. So Santino was the first one eliminated. Then number 6 was Drew McIntyre. Then Titus O'Neil. Then shortly after this, Chris Jericho eliminates Drew McIntyre. Then the first nostalgic entrant in the Royal Rumble match is number 8, Goldust. When he gets in there, he goes after Cody Rhodes. So got brother versus brother. We'll have to wait and see if they follow through with this. This is something they possibly might have wanted to do in the past at WrestleMania, but at this point, with the stuff that Cody Rhodes is doing with Sandow, would you want to do a singles match like that? Considering if he takes on Goldust, sure, you can do brother versus brother, and it would be a pretty good feud, and you could have Dusty Rhodes' involvement in it as well. But what will Cody Rhodes really gain from it? And it will really kind of hurt Damian Sandow as well, because he might be lost in the shuffles. Maybe not too bad, but they have good chemistry and they're a great tag team. So I think it wouldn't be bad to see, but we'll just have to wait and see if they follow through with that. Then at number 9 was David Otunga. Then number 10 was Heath Slater of the 3-man band. Then number 11 was Sheamus. Then Otunga. This is one. Sheamus basically eliminates Titus O'Neil because he slams Otunga. Titus O'Neil, he was on the apron, and he slams Otunga into O'Neil. O'Neil gets eliminated. Then after that, Sheamus eliminates Otunga. So Sheamus comes in there, eliminates 2 people already. Then entrant 12 is Tenzai. Then after that is Brodus Clay. Rhodes then eliminates Goldust. So this is when his brother eliminates brother. We'll have to see if they follow through with it. I'm thinking if they had him come in there, go after Cody Rhodes, and then he eliminates Goldust, you would think they would have to follow through. We'll just have to wait and see what they do, though. Then entrant 14 was Rey Mysterio. Then 15 was Darren Young. Then after this, a number of wrestlers gang up on Brodus Clay, and they all eliminate Brodus Clay. And then Tenzai is eliminated. Then number 16 is Bo Dallas, the NXT wrestler that got in this via winning a NXT tournament over the weekend. So he got this spot right here, and he lasted a whole lot longer in this match than I thought. I was expecting him to get eliminated fairly quick in this match. I know they wanted to give him the spotlight a little bit and not have him eliminate too quick because it would make him look really weak. But I did not expect him to stay as long as he did, and you'll see when I go through this how long he stayed. Then Kofi Kingston eliminates Darren Young. This was a pretty interesting thing. Now, it wasn't as innovative as last year when Kofi Kingston was about to get eliminated and he fell to the floor. He did the handstand and got back in the ring. This year, what he did, he was about to get eliminated, and right before this, Tenzai, not that long before this, was eliminated. He was still out on the floor. Kofi Kingston basically jumps on his back to save himself, then gets himself on the Spanish announcers table, then asks JBL for his chair, and basically uses the chair as a pogo stick and gets back in the ring. And to no avail, after doing all this, he gets eliminated by Cody Rhodes, because before that he got back in there, eliminated Darren Young, was distracted after this, then Rhodes eliminates Kingston. So after that, after doing all that, he gets eliminated that quick. And then number 17, another just like Goldust nostalgia, entrant into the Royal Rumble. This was Godfather. I think they did this a perfect way. This was more or less just seeing the Godfather come out there, and he got eliminated quick. He got in there. Ziggler immediately eliminated him. He wasn't even in there, a second or two. Ziggler eliminated him quick. And it's good. And for Godfather, I'm sure he did not want to be, in the Rumble, actually doing much. So it was a good nostalgia feel just seeing him come out there with his music and everything. And he gets eliminated quick by Ziggler. And then Wade Barrett is number 18. And then John Cena comes in there at number 19. Cena, obviously, when he comes in there, eliminates a few people. First, he eliminates Heath Slater. Then he eliminates Cody Rhodes. Then number 20 is Damian Sandow. Barrett eliminates Rey Mysterio. Cena, I already said Cena eliminates Rhodes way before that. And then 21, Daniel Bryan comes out there. 22 was Antonio Cesaro. 23, Great Khali. This is one of those years, the big guys, Kane and Khali, or any big guy really didn't eliminate a lot of people. This was like one of those years that did not happen, which is something that I don't think we've seen at a Royal Rumble match, where you have the big guys come in there and they don't, they lay out a lot of people, but they don't eliminate people. That's basically what they did this year, because when Khali came out there, that's what he did. And then 24, Kane came out there and laid people out. 25, Zack Ryder. And then after this, Kane and Daniel Bryan eliminate Khali. They gang up on Khali, double team him, eliminate him. Then after this, Daniel Bryan eliminates Kane. Kane doesn't know what to think. Then after this, Daniel Bryan actually gets eliminated. He gets thrown out. But first, before he actually gets his feet touch the floor, he basically catches himself on Kane, and telling Kane, please, Kane, help me get back to the ring. And Kane looked like he was about to help him out. And then he drops him, playing off the whole thing with him. And that's the way Daniel Bryan gets eliminated, right there after his feet finally hit the floor. 26, Randy Orton, obviously a big entrant right there. Orton comes in there, lays a lot of people out. He eliminates Zack Ryder. 27, Jinder Mahal, the last member of a three-man band in there. Cena eliminates Antonio Cesaro. Then as Antonio Cesaro was eliminated, the next entrant was Miz, and Antonio Cesaro was up on the rampway, and before the Miz made his way to the ring, them two battled it out. So obviously we're going to be seeing the continuation of the Miz and Antonio Cesaro U.S. title feud, which I have no problem with. This, they haven't been having great matches, they haven't been having bad matches. It's a good mid-top. It's a good feud for the mid-card division, in my opinion. And then Sheamus eliminates Jinder Mahal. 29, out comes Sin Cara. Bo Dallas actually gets an elimination in this match. So not only did he last it all the way till pretty much close to the end of the match, after everyone's out there, he actually gets an elimination and eliminates Wade Barrett. Then this played into, obviously, something we'll probably be seeing, something with Wade Barrett and Bo Dallas, because Wade Barrett didn't take this too kindly. He basically, pulls Bo Dallas over the top rope, and that's the way Bo Dallas gets eliminated. Then at number 30 is Ryback. Obviously, Ryback comes in there. He knew what he was going to do. I guess, instead, I guess this is the one entrance, kind of like, the Canes, kind of like the Collies in the past. The big, tall guys come in there and eliminate a lot of people. Now it's just the big, powerhouse coming in there and destroying a lot of people, and that's what Ryback did. He came out there, eliminated Sandow, then he eliminated Sin Cara, then eliminated The Miz. So 3 people he came in there really quick and eliminated. Then after this, something we'll probably be seeing follow through with, possibly a match at WrestleMania, maybe even a world title match. Who knows? Ziggler eliminates Chris Jericho. Maybe Ziggler, cashes the Money in the Bank in, wins the World Heavyweight title, and we see Jericho and Ziggler in a world title match at WrestleMania. We'll just have to wait and see. Then after this, Ryback eliminates Randy Orton. So the final 4 this year in the Royal Rumble were John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, and Ryback. So a really good final 4 right there. You saw all of them go after each other. First one eliminated out of there was Sheamus eliminating Dolph Ziggler. So Ziggler was the first of the final 4 to get eliminated. Then Ryback eliminates Sheamus. You saw some good stuff with Ryback and Sheamus. So the final 2 this year in the Royal Rumble was Ryback and John Cena. They went back and forth for a little bit. Then John Cena finally eliminates Ryback. So John Cena wins the Royal Rumble. Obviously, everything, the one outcome I think everyone saw coming was John Cena win the Royal Rumble. The biggest surprise in the Royal Rumble match was obviously Chris Jericho coming back there and possibly setting up, a big match with Ziggler and Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. So that was a really good Rumble match. As far as the Royal Rumble match, it's always entertaining every year. As far as the match, I'll probably give it about, 4 stars. Then you had the main event, the big money match of the night, CM Punk versus The Rock for the WWE title. This was really good. Started off with both of them trading blows back and forth. You saw some good back and forth action. A lot of good counters and reversals in here. 2 in particular to talk about. The CM Punk was going for the go to sleep on The Rock. The Rock countered it, tried to put the sharpshooter in, and CM Punk then got out of that, locked into the Anaconda Vice. And then The Rock tried to hit the rock bottom onto CM Punk. CM Punk got out of it with the crucifix, roll through, and then, The Rock gets out of that, finally puts him into the sharpshooter, locks it in, and then CM Punk obviously finally, gets the rope break. Just a lot of great stuff in here. The only part of this match that was one thing they had planned, which didn't turn out the way they wanted it to, they went outside, on the Spanish announce table. Rock was going for the rock bottom onto CM Punk. The table broke before they could do it, and then after both of them finally got up, The Rock then ended up doing what he wanted to do through the table, which was onto the floor, and that was him hitting the rock bottom onto CM Punk right there. And then towards the end of this, the lights go out. Obviously, we know what this is. The Shield's getting involved in the match, so the lights stay out for all this. So you hear the announcers. You hear, Lawler and Cole and JBL saying, it's the Shield, the Shield. They're attacking The Rock. They're attacking The Rock. The lights are out for all this, so you do not technically see them attack them. So they kind of did that right there. They got involved, but they didn't see them. You didn't see them. And then after lights come back on, CM Punk smiling, smirking, goes out there, drags The Rock into the ring. 1, 2, 3. It's looking like this is the end of the night. CM Punk, retains the title. Looks like that's the way the pay-per-view is going to end. Then out comes Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon says, I told you, if the Shield gets involved, I will strip you of the title. And then right before Vince McMahon's about to strip CM Punk of the title, you hear The Rock on the mic say, no, we're not going to end it here tonight like this. I'm going to send the fans home happy. We're not going to end the show like this. And he asked for the match to get restarted. Vince complies. Vince restarts the match, which was a good way to do this, involvement with the Shield. Thankfully, they didn't end the pay-per-view in some bullshit ending, and they actually restarted the match. Thankfully, they did it like that, and they teased it really well, the idea that, after all this, after 434 days, CM Punk's just going to be stripped of the title. He's not going to actually lose it cleanly. And they did a good job of teasing that idea possibly happening. Then the match gets restarted. Obviously, because The Rock, got attacked by the Shield, been laid out, CM Punk pretty much dominates him for a little bit. Then The Rock ends up catching his second win and hits the People's Elbow for the win to win the WWE title. That's probably the only gripe I would have with this match, is that I wish he would have won it with the rock bottom instead of the people's elbow. But a great match, and The Rock and CM Punk, they had great chemistry with each other. I would love to see these two take on each other again, and just a great match right there. 4 stars, maybe 4 and 1, 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Had a big match feel to it, which you don't necessarily always see at the Royal Rumble, because obviously most of the time the emphasis is on the Royal Rumble match, which it always is. But this year you had the big money match with CM Punk versus The Rock, a match we were anticipating for over 6 months seeing. So great way to end the show. The Rock wins the title, already guaranteed what we're going to be seeing at WrestleMania, at least as far as the WWE title. As far as the world title, we'll have to wait and see what they do with that. I'm predicting they'll probably have Ziggler cash in against possibly whoever wins the Elimination Chamber for the world title. And when he cashes in, he'll win the title. Then we'll probably see Ziggler and Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. So if you have Ziggler and Chris Jericho, that would be a great wrestling match. Then you have the entertainment type match, which will be still a good match. And this time with the title on line with John Cena and The Rock, that's a good WrestleMania already built up there. Then we'll just wait and see what else they do. But a really good show. As far as nothing bad on the show, like I said, the only thing I had a problem with, and some people probably will, is the predictability of the show. That's the only bad part of the show, but you did not see one bad match on here. Saw a great main event, a really entertaining Royal Rumble, solid tag match, and a good opener as well. And, you didn't have any bullshit segments. You didn't have anything that I thought they were doing just to waste time. The stuff when they had all the people talking about, what they're going to do tonight, being in the Royal Rumble. That was actually stuff that actually was good to do at the Royal Rumble, and they didn't do anything I thought they shouldn't have been done. So overall, I would give this pay-per-view an 8 out of 10. I would definitely recommend people to check it out. And that's it for my WWE Royal Rumble 2013 pay-per-view review. All right, peace.